drafting him. If I see this, I'm not drafting him. I'm trying to win championships. I'm trying to finish first in the East.
The offseason is here, and if you're an NBA nerd, this is your favorite time of the year. We see new players get drafted, and we see players switch new teams. And this has been one of the more interesting offseasons that we have seen. The draft was weak, and I know some people hate when you say that because every draft that we have said was weak has produced many All-NBA players, but that's not what we mean when we say a draft is weak. When we say a draft is weak, we are looking at it at the right now. Who do we know for certain can change your franchise? I mean, for example, my Hawks drafted Zachary Richardson, and you can see my reaction on the screen. And when you have the first pick, you want somebody that can alter and change your franchise. It's hard to call this a strong draft class when the first pick is getting compared to the French Harrison Barnes. And your most well-known players are a TikTok boy that got drafted at 18 and LeBron James' son who got drafted at 55. But with that being said, there are still players who I believe will become very good NBA players, and there are a bunch of teams that I think did a really good job of drafting. The Wizards got a guy who in my opinion has the highest ceiling and was the best player in this draft in Alex Sarr, and the Lakers got a floor spacer who's supposed to go in the top 10 in Dalton Knecht, and he's already 23, so he's one of the more NBA ready prospects in the draft, so that's a great pickup for them. Plus they got Bronny James, so LeBron will retire a Laker. While the Hornets reached on Zach Edey way too high at number 9, and the Hornets reached on to Juan Saloon, but it's the Hornets, what do you really expect? But who do y'all got winning Rookie of the Year? It seems like Alexander Sarr is the favorite right now, but it could go to anybody, so let me know who y'all got winning it in the comments. But let's talk a little bit about free agency. In 2016, the NBA signed a brand new TV deal that boosted the salary cap of every NBA team, and ever since then, we have seen somebody sign the biggest contract in NBA history dang near every single offseason. This trend started with Mike Conley in 2016 when he signed a 5-year, $153 million deal with the Memphis Grizzlies. Because of this deal, Supermaxes were introduced to the NBA, and that's when the first Supermax was handed out to Steph Curry, who had signed a 5-year, $201 million contract with the Golden State Warriors. And only 7 years later, which is not that much time in the grand scheme of things, Jason Tatum just signed a 5-year, $315 million contract with the Boston Celtics. That is $63 million a year. Mike Conley, who signed the first biggest contract in NBA history since 2016 and is an 18-year vet, has only made $276 million, $38 million less than Jason Tatum's current contract. If the salary cap continues to grow at this rate, in 2032, when Victor Wembanyama is eligible for his second max contract if he stays healthy, he would be eligible for a 5-year, $526 million contract. And I'm calling it right now, if he stays healthy, he will be the first NBA billionaire by strictly salary. One of the greatest dynasties in NBA history just lost some of its core, and it doesn't feel real. Klay Thompson is the second greatest shooter of all time and was a match made in heaven next to the greatest shooter of all time. He won 4 championships with the Warriors and has an unforgettable amount of unforgettable moments. Game 6 Klay, 60 points, 11 dribbles, 37 points in 1 quarter. And the Warriors decided to just let him go, which was a terrible idea in my opinion. Yeah, I get it, he's not the same player that he used to be. He went 0 for 10 in an elimination game, but you can't just find the second best shooter of all time anywhere. I mean, they try to replace him with Buddy Hield, but like, are we being serious? It's Buddy Hield. And on top of that, it's not even like he was that bad. He still shot 38% on 9 attempts. You don't find that anywhere in the NBA. But the NBA is in trouble once again because the dude I think is the best player in the world just got him. This past season, Klay Thompson still shot 45% on open 3. And playing next to a top 3 playmaker in basketball, you can believe that he will be getting all those open looks. And this is a team that just made a finals run, so this Mavericks team is looking scarier than ever. DeJounte Murray's off my team. He's a very good player, but he just didn't work out with Trae Young. The package that the Hawks got back may not look that great in face value, but when you start to really break it down, it looks a lot better. You get 2 first-round picks back after trading 4 of them away for DeJounte Murray, and Dyson Daniels is one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, and it automatically becomes the best perimeter defender Trae Young has ever played with. DeJounte Murray finally gets to play his true position again after coming off a career year, and the sky's the limit for him, honestly. The Pelicans have a really good team, and if Zion is healthy, they can start to put it together again and play winning basketball. The Knicks and the 76ers both got better, and both look more equipped to compete with the Boston Celtics. Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby are going to be giving other teams absolute hell. 2 elite defenders like that on one team, that's really just not fair. They really won't have a center though because Mitchell Robinson is going to be in the hospital after playing 45 minutes a game under Tom Thibodeau. The Isaiah Hartenstein loss was big. He does a lot for that New York Knicks team. He does all the dirty work. He's a pretty good defender, and he's not a complete negative on offense like Mitchell Robinson is. The 76ers put another all-star next to Joel Embiid, and this is Joel Embiid's last chance to win a championship. He's been given plenty of help before from parts of Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler. He had JJ Redick on his team for a little bit, James Harden, Tyrese Maxey. It's go time. There's no more excuses. You have 2 other all-stars, and Paul George, he fits that team perfectly. He doesn't have to be the main star on that team, and he's one of the best off-ball and catch-and-shoot stars in the NBA. And the East is looking very dangerous with a consensus top 4, while still having teams like the Pacers, Cavs, and Magic in the mix. But one of the biggest winners overall in the whole free agency cycle is the Oklahoma City Thunder. They were the #1 seed in the West, and they had a couple of weaknesses, and they fixed all of those weaknesses immediately. Josh Giddey was the worst player in the starting 5 because of his shooting ability and his inability to play off the ball, so they go out and get Alex Caruso, a very capable shooter and also one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. Then they also had a size issue with Chet Holmgren being very skinny, so they went out and get a 7-foot, 250-pound big, who also rebounds the ball very well. The West hasn't gone anywhere either. The Nuggets are still there, the Timberwolves are still going to be there, and we are in for an amazing NBA season. If you like basketball content and you would like to join the family, please consider doing so. We are on the grind to 1,000 subscribers, and I can't do it without y'all. I appreciate y'all so much for watching this video, but I'm out, man. Peace.